Boom! Now this is King Lorenzo representing upliftment, progress. Hey! Oh! 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 It's time to get back to the roots. Yeah, we're gonna take it back to the roots. We're gonna take it back to the roots, where the vibes is so natural and true. Yeah, so you take it back to the roots. Yeah, we're gonna take it back to the roots. Gonna take it back to the roots, where the vibes is so natural and true. Hey, when I straight, don't want to lose my focus. I want to live my life in a circus. No. Well, there's things in life. Search for the material things. Try to survive. What about the bees? What about the fishes? What about the seas? River and trees. Take it back to this. Oh. Take it back to the roots. Yeah, we're gonna take it back to the roots. We're gonna take it back to the roots. Yeah, it's so natural and true. And take it back to the roots. Yeah, we're gonna take it back to the roots. Gonna take it back to the roots, where the vibes is so natural and true. Free. The best things in life are free. Oh, yeah, that's the one. I'm here live and direct. Yeah, I got it now. Instantly, Sayate rise in the morning sun. Wanna rise with the morning sun. We're gonna take it back to the roots. Yeah, we're gonna take it back to the roots, where the vibes is so natural and true. Jah gives to who's ready to receive. Who's ready to receive? Ah, that's a question. How do you prepare yourself to receive? You know, that I think that's more the question. The question is more, how do you prepare yourself to receive the blessings or the greatness or the vibe? Because even, you know, sometimes people talk about blessings and stuff and bénédiction, je pense que ça s'appelle en français. Me, I think it's more, but yeah, it's a blessing, but I think it's more a vibration that you have to attach to. It's hard to explain. You can't explain that with words mainly. Sometimes I try to put words on stuff like this, like what I feel. Like what I feel, I try to put words on it, but I can't. It's like too divine, too much of a high vibration. And you know, if you're ready to receive, you're going to receive, but you must give first. That's what I always had in mind, was to give first, you know, to help people before they help me. And I always been like that, even like in my old jobs, I always like shared my knowledge and helped people. And that's how I think we're going to progress. It's all about the process, and the process, what has to be the process? Process has to be helping out each other. Yeah. And be present. Be present. Be present in the present is very important. Very important, because then you can feel the stuff I'm talking about. But often, if we're, like I was talking to Kim yesterday, if we're taking out the moment, like if you're sick or something like that, it takes your vibration away from the moment. It's the vibes has to be in the moment. Everything that we have to feel has to be feel right now. Like right now, everything is okay. Like there's no fear, there's nothing to, you know. This is what we have to realize also, that we can be free of fear and free of everything to access those things that we need to it's like you're gonna have signs. It's like once you start a journey, me, the way I see it is once you start a journey, if you give attention, you're gonna receive signs. You're gonna receive signs, and those signs are gonna confirm to you, if you pay attention, that you're on the right track. Synchronicity or numbers. Whoa, where's my screen? Why did it disappear? That's kind of weird. It's going to shut down on us again. I hope not. I think I'm there. I'm live and direct. Yeah, there's nobody here. Maybe one watching or, yeah. Anyway, it's hard to see if you hear me or see me. It's hard to know. But anyway, yeah. So, Jah gives to who's ready to receive, but you got to prepare yourself. The most thing is preparation. I think it's preparation because sometimes especially, like I said, if you start going outside your comfort zone, conquering something that is outside your comfort zone, you're going to need the strength, you're going to need all kinds of stuff to come and not confirm your existence, but to make you feel alive, to bring you back to life, because that's what we need, to come back to life. I say it often, or like born dead with life. So it's to come back to life. So to come back to life, I think you got to prepare yourself for that. And you have to do some work on yourself. You have to, let go of the evil ways, for sure. The Jah works has to be done. We're here on the mission. Me, I've realized that I've never seen it that deep. I've never always seen like I was a son of God. I never seen myself as a random monkey on the ball. A random monkey, no. I've seen myself on the ball, but not as a monkey. I've never really adhered to that stuff, to believe that stuff. So I was always feeling very godly in my life, just never really felt the vibration, because I was more like, when you're inside this illusion matrix, it's like it's God, but it's God outside of yourself. I don't know if you know what I mean. At one point I found God, but inside of myself, not outside of myself. But all my life I was looking for God outside of myself. So maybe I was on not the right vibration to really feel stuff on a deep level. So now that I feel things and events and people and nature, especially nature on the deeper level, it brings back that vibe, that aliveness, that it gives you energy. Also, the energy is gonna come by itself. You build up strength, energy, and that's what you receive. That's what you receive, especially from me. What I get from, like, I cannot explain it, say, okay, I've received a message, or it's not that. It's not because you receive a message de l'au-delà. Tu reçois pas de message de l'au-delà. C'est pas ça. C'est pas ça que je veux expliquer. Faut rester terre à terre. Moi, ce que je veux dire, c'est que there's a higher vibration. There's a higher vibration than the vibes we regularly experiment. And that vibration is called life. Life. That's what it's called. And that's what I want to get in touch with. That's what I'm working on to get in touch with. Hi, girls. Good day, good day. Queen Leslie, Empress Red Rose are present, of course. Yeah, so that vibe, that divine vibe, it's very hard to also to go, like, I would never go elsewhere but on YouTube, live and direct, to talk about that stuff. Like, I cannot start talking. This is what I love about YouTube, because I can talk about all kinds of stuff that regularly I will not talk to someone at my chilling spot. To go deep like that, and that's why I like to do those things in the morning too, because I have to talk about that stuff. I have to let it out. I don't want to die with my song inside, so all that stuff has to come out. So that's why doing this thing in the morning is very important, because I give myself subject, then I let out what I have to give out on that subject, and I find it very, very, it's an upliftment. It's progress. You know, that's what I'm about, upliftment, not pause. We're not going to press the pause button here. We're moving forward, and moving forward is the aim. And a dream is hard to look. I've been working on this for quite a while, and but it's astonishing. It's astonishing sometimes the small amount of time it takes for something to start happening in your life. Once you start opening your heart, and if you want to receive, also you better open that freaking heart. I'm telling you, you better open that heart and start having compassion and love and showing some divine vibration. I'm not telling you to freak out and be Christ consciousness from one day to another, but you better open that freaking heart and stop judging people and have compassion and have good vibes and put a smile on your face. And all these things are very, very important. You know, nature sees you and hears you. So the smile you put on your face is felt. Is that it's stuff I can feel. You know, sometimes I'm sitting outside, not that I talk to the plants, but I do sometimes. I do sometimes, but I mean, not that they answer me. I'm not delusional to the point that the plants will answer me, but I find there is a vibration, there is an I find the aliveness and everything because I am alive. Suddenly I'm back to life. I'm back, I'm here. Yeah, I'm back to life. They haven't, I'm still here. And yeah, I've never felt so alive. Never felt so alive in my life. I feel better than when I was 20 years old. I'm telling you, I think this is a Nazi aging tool, YouTube. YouTube is like a Nazi aging tool for me. It's really what it is. I don't think I can get older with this. I'll get older, but I don't think I can get old. I will not get old. Oh no. I will always try to keep that same vibrancy no matter what. That I'm now here at 40 something years old, and at 80 I'm still gonna have the same vibrancy for life, the same smile to life all my life, because I love life. That's all I fucking have. That's all I have. I don't have material things. Anyway, those things don't scare me anymore. I don't want to collect things. I want to collect wisdom, knowledge, knowing who I am. You know, so I'm ready to receive because I know it's gonna come. But I'm receiving now. I'm receiving now. I cannot tell. I cannot say I'm not receiving. I'm receiving a lot, and sometimes it's not because a check will come at your mailbox. It's not what I'm talking about. Don't expect a check. That can take a long time. But you're going to receive something else that is much better than any kind of money you can receive, any kind of material things. It's you find yourself. You find yourself for once in your life. You remove the mask. You know, you're ready to receive. You're ready to you're ready to play with possibility. Ha! What about that, huh, girls? You like that? You're ready to play with possibility. Ha! That's a good one. I love that. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Impossible is just a big word with small meaning. That's all it is. It says, I'm possible. And anything you think about, you can bring it to life. Believe me, look at me. I'm going to bring this thing to life. Watch me. Watch me. Look the fire in my eyes. Do you think this will not come to life? I don't know how. I have no idea. I have no clue how to do it. I have no clue how to get where I want to get, but I know how to take action every day and be present in the moment. That I know how. So the rest, I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't really care. I come here and I just, you know, just make sure I'm uplifted for the day. I'm on a good vibe. I start with a smile on my face, you know, smile to life. Life is beautiful. Despite all the tribulation, all the suffering, all the pressure, all the circumstances we can have, at the end of the day, we're still alive. We're here, alive, in life, for life. And that's the only time we're here. That's the only time I'm going to be in this body. And what, I'm going to do nothing? Wait, look at the show. I'll look at it. I'll look at it, and I'll sleep. I'll let the baby sleep. Yeah, I'll let the baby sleep. What about that? You know, that's what we must do. Wake up the baby. Wake up the baby that sleeps in us and do great things. With men, nothing is impossible. Nothing is possible, but with God, all things are possible, according to old proverbs. I have joined my heart. I have joined my heart deep within, deep within, and I don't think I could do. I don't take the glory for anything. I give God the glory. I give God the glory for waking up. I give God the glory for many things, for sure. For why is that screen shutting off on me? I think girls were gonna have a shutdown again. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's important to carry joy in your heart, carry God in your heart, the divine, the source. It's the word that's labeled. That's one thing that I'm a bit always uncomfortable is talk about the divinity because there's so many names, so much confusion when it's right here, right now, inside of us, inside each and every one of us. There shouldn't be a name. There shouldn't be anything. We shouldn't even seek. We would not even try to find. And if we would know who we are, we would not try to find. We wouldn't be here on YouTube. If you know who you are, you're not on YouTube. It's because we don't really know who we are. If you know who you are, nothing in the world can come and shake you. Nothing because you know who you are. So it's very important. It's the most important things in your life is to get to know who you really are. And that's past your fears. That's past your fears. Everything that you want in life will be past your fears, not because we live our fears. We live our fears until we break free from that. And even today, I still have fears that I have to conquer, that I have to go through, but I don't let it immobilize. Today, I'm conscious. Today, I'm conscious that I acknowledge the fear, but it's not stopping me. It's not stopping me. It will never stop me again in my life. Only I fear fear now. I fear fear. So the only thing that I can have is courage. And I think once you tap into that courage inside you, and you, first of all, it's just not care what people think of you. That's the first thing. We all care so much about what others think. Me, the older I get, the less I fucking care. The less I care. I don't like to swear, but it's not. I don't usually swear. It's not really something I do. Even in French, sometimes I try to, but it's not something that offend me. It doesn't offend me. But no, that's it. It's up to us to. I had a sun gazing session this morning as the sun came up and it was flickering. What the heck? Flickering? Oh yeah, the sun was flickering. The sun. The more I look at it, the more I think it's a projection from the source. Because I saw a video the other day and it made a lot of sense. Like if you take projection from the source, I'm giving you an example, just to make a little parenthesis from my opinion. If you take, I think it's Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, I think, made a video, and he had a flashlight and a piece of Scott towel. And if you take the flashlight, which is the source of light, and you put it onto the Scott towel could be the sky, the screen, and you still have the source of light, and you can pass something like he was explaining the eclipse. How come we don't see the moon before and after, but we see it passing in front? It's the same thing as if you, I don't know, go watch his video, you'll see. But it makes sense that it would be a projection. But again, how are we going to ever get close to it? Or like these things, I'm not really, when I see it on Facebook or something, I'll maybe look at it. But it's not something that is, I don't think it takes me the knowledge to know how the sun functions to be received, to be ready to receive the blessings and the good fortune here on earth. I don't think it's absolutely a necessity for us to figure out the functioning of the sun to receive the blessings. Like it's a bit I think we should really focus on preparation. Focus on preparation first of all, because everything is in the preparation. You have to be prepared for an opportunity, even if you don't have one. Because when you have one, at least you'll be prepared for it. So preparation is everything. You know, preparation is, to me, is preparation is training. Preparation is getting yourself ready and focused. You know, focus is a lot about preparation. And I attach a lot of importance to that, to focus. And I don't intend to stray and to go astray and lose my focus. Like I said in this, that's King Lorenzo. That's what I was singing. I was singing is it's out today. You can go check it out. It's on SoundCloud. I think they uploaded it on SoundCloud and they uploaded it on Spotify, maybe, but I'm not sure. But yeah, King Lorenzo, Positive Revolution. Check it out, girls. Great man, great singer. And yeah, we're gonna going back to the roots. Yeah, we're going back to the roots. Sister Sai going back to the roots. Yeah, time to go back to our roots. Like 16, 17 tracks on this. All dub plates. It's a 4-year project. It's a long, long project they have worked on with King Lorenzo at the Poor Man Session record with Selecta Come Again. So yeah, it's a great people. You know, it takes unity is strength. Those reggae singers, they cannot do it without us. You know, unity is strength. They need people to record. They need the record people. They need the promoters. They need the fans. They cannot do it without us. It's a whole. It's together as one. That's why I'm very, very happy to be to play a role in this reggae family. You know, I'm very, very happy about that because that's what's needed. We have to come together as a family. Yeah. And that unity is strength. And there's so much great people around reggae music to do their part. You know, they don't do that. The guy that did this is not going to pocket a ton of money with this. Cannot think of that. He does that mostly for the mission. For the mission. You know, some people recognize the sacred mission here, that we have to change this place. We have to create a shift. Some of us see it, and some of us, no matter what, we're all deeply compromised. So I'm not going to judge your ways of doing things. It's first of all, it's not up to me. The divine will judge you at the end if you've done something that is not right here. So it's called karma or something. It will come and get you anyway. Pretty sure. So do good, and good will follow you. So yeah, boom! Live and direct. King Lorenzo. I love King Lorenzo. That's why I talk about him. But see the Northern Lights. MX. Brazil, Russia, all over. Flickering Sun. Yeah, I've seen that, but Flickering Sun. You've seen it flickering? I'll check that out. The Flickering Sun. But I've never seen that. Would have to maybe with the lens too, with the filter to watch the sun with a camera. Maybe we could have a good view of that. Yeah. We're too far south from Labrador. No northern. Oh, you have no northern lights there? Because you could see them, yeah. Where you from? Maybe from where you know, yeah, the same thing as me. You know, we're too far south to see this. I don't know where you can see the northern lights in Quebec. Probably you can see them up north, but from where? Maybe Bay James or something. Probably in the Bay James you can see the northern lights. I don't know if you guys have ever been up north in Quebec or up north Ontario. You know, Ontario, northern Ontario, northern Quebec. You can probably see the northern lights there. In the Bay James too, in the big, the Bay d'Angava and these places. You've seen them in Maine. Maybe it's possible too. You know, sometimes we don't give attention. We just don't pay attention. Maybe they were here once and I just didn't see it. Possible. There's a lot of things we miss because of attention we don't give to certain matter that we should, right? Like our life, our dream, and all the good stuff, all the good vibes that we can get in touch with. Like I was saying, it's a first of all, it's to, like I said, put a smile on our face. Put a smile on our face because if we're negative, we block the good from coming in and the good from going out also. So it's very important to remain positive. I think with positivity, you can do a lot. With positivity, if you keep a positive state of mind, open mind, and, just realign yourself, like recenter yourself or something. I don't know how to explain it, but get rid of your evil ways. Be more on the side of good than the evil, and you will start to feel more and more the divine within you. This is how I want to explain it. To me, yes, there is a creation, there is a creator, there is a force behind all this that surrounds me. I'm not selfish and not acknowledging creation, but also the God, the life God force that's within us. That's within us. It's each. We're all seeds from the. It's like the seed from the apple. If the seed can claim to be the fruit, I can claim to be God or whatever you want to call it. The godly side in me, I can claim it. I can express it. It's like the seed that with one seed and one apple, you can make many other apples. Same thing. That's how I see it. We're all seeds from from creation, and we have to. But the thing is, we're all seeds. Yeah, seed. What is a seed? A baby. What do you have to do with the seed? You have to water it, nurture it, and make sure it grows. But that's not what we do. We don't nurture ourselves. We don't. We prefer. We nurture ourselves with the TV. We nurture ourselves with the television. That we're good for that, and the distraction. That nurtures our life a lot. But when it's time to nurture our life on a deep level, a deep spiritual level, or a deep knowing of yourself, that's another. I think it's another thing. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll check the video after. To me, I think that's it with positivity, with recognizing also, knowing who you are is knowing that you are that seed that needs to be watered. Me, I know that seed has to be watered each and every day. This is why I'm here. It's not to, okay, sometimes, but I'm always pretty much on the same vibe. Sorry. Me, it's rare that I'm going to wake up in the morning that I'm not going to be positive. Like positivity is always there. If negativity hits me, it's during the day. It's during the day if I have to deal with some kind of moron in society, or let's call people for what they are. There's people that are really freaking moron that, but I try to, that's what I tell you. It's not what I tell them. I try to stay polite. I try to stay polite, but there is some idiots out there that freaking do nonsense things. So sometimes I'm confronted a bit with stuff like that. So that can bring a bit of negativity. That remembers me that we're very fucked up. And that's a bit negative. But right away after, I always switch back to my own world of positivity. That's what we must be conscious about too, is to design our world. And we're here for that, and with positivity, not the negativity of Babylon. Me, I have enough of their nonsense, of their illusion and lies and stuff. I'm here to recreate my world and to this world is mine, this world is yours, and we're here. We shouldn't be shy with life, but we're so shy and so timid, and so we live such in the eggshell. It's time to break free from that eggshell, and I don't know. Me, I'm gone. It's It's a process. It's a process. It's a long process. And that's why sometimes we give up. That's why we get. Have I ever thought of giving up? Have I ever thought of giving up? Not really. Not really. It never really crossed my mind. I had some voices, yeah, some stuff that I like question if I should do it or not, or if it was the right thing to do. There's shows that I've done on the Truman Show. Today you gave me the wisdom that I have today and the discernment that I can have today. Some I would not do, but it was a process I had to go through, and it was important also to. Uh, that's it. The more people that I connect with, the more barriers go down. The more the barriers and the wall, and which is what prevents me from accessing me. You know. Christ spoke of nature always. Christ explained Father being the beginner, planter, seed, beginning with no end. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. I just said that like that, but it's true. We're all seed. We're all seed from. Look, there's seeds everywhere. There's seeds in every fruit, every veggies. Everything has seeds. It's all about seeding. We have. So what are we? We're not seeds, for sure. But okay, well, I'm not in a seed. I'm not a plant, but we are a seed of God. Seed from the divine source. And if we don't nurture it, that's how I said, that it will die. It's like the bamboo tree, the Chinese bamboo tree. You know the story about the Chinese bamboo tree? It takes 5 years to grow. 5 years. Yeah. But it takes, it has to stay, it takes only 6 weeks. It spends 5 years in the ground. It's going to be 5 years almost in the ground. And you have to nurture it and water it and make sure you fertilize it. And, you take good care of it for a good 4 or 5 years before it starts coming out. And apparently when it starts coming out, it takes 6 weeks to reach 90 feet tall. So, is it about the nurturing or the growing? It's about the nurturing. The growing will happen by itself. But then if you don't nurture yourself, you will not grow. That's how I see it. It's the same as a bamboo tree. It's going to take time to figure it out. You're going to need time to figure your shit out. If you think it's going to take 2 months to figure this thing out, it's going to take time. You got to be willing to endure the hit. For sure, you got to be willing to endure the pain and the suffering and the trials and the test and all the stuff that's going to come your way. Take it all. Take it all. Don't refuse anything because they're all experience from life. And that's going to make you grow. That's what's going to cause your growing. And you're growing, you don't control it. It's going to happen as you nurture yourself, as you work on yourself. I'm not telling you stuff. That stuff I do every day. That stuff I do every day here. I focus. I am not into distraction. I don't argue with people. I keep my vibration pure and clean. I make sure no negativity. Like arguing with people, it's very negative sometimes. Even I was checking the video. There's a guy he goes around in Boston or something. A flat earther guy. He goes around with his stand. He has a big beard. I don't remember his name. Anyway, I saw his video on Facebook. At the beginning, I was like that a bit. I was going in the face of people, but I've realized today. I realized the deepness of the programming, and I find that, when I was looking at that guy, to me, he was talking to himself. I was looking at him talking to other people, and it's like he was talking to himself. That's what it is. Because first of all, like I've explained often in this flat earth thing, nothing is our original thought. It's not our thoughts. It's the dream of someone else. First of all, it's a Freemasonic engineer dream, the whole thing, for sure. So we fall in the dream of someone else. So we're just repeating the dream of someone else. I know there is truth in there. There is something that humanity must start to question, but it's just another reality fed to us. I'm not saying that there's no truth and the horizon's not horizontal, but it's just another engineered thing, and we're going out there now and just like repeating the what they want us to do. Like we're like puppets. We're like puppets because this came on YouTube wasn't your original thought. Who put that in your head? Flat Earth. It's someone else. So it's you didn't think about that. That's what I said. So now we go and anyway, it's deep the way I see it. Today I can make I have a higher discernment of the whole thing because I've done it also. I went in front of the face of people and it's not if the unless they want to hear me about it, unless they want to hear me, they're ready to hear what you have to say. Very often they have no idea, and it's more like inflating your ego than anything else. Like this is how I see it. Like you know things and they don't know it, or you think you know, like it's about who's right or wrong when it's not about that. It's about love. It's about love. And this is where I think I don't want to judge the guy for what he does. That's his journey. That's his way. Maybe one day he will realize that, hey, why am I doing this? Why am I? That's what I've realized one day. I stopped going in front of the face of people because I found it was just some kind boosting my ego, or I was knowing stuff they didn't. And then I had to, like, what does it change really? The information is left behind. If you want to seek, you will find. So if you want to seek, you will find. So what's the purpose of me going in your face if you never even wanted to seek that stuff? Like if you don't care, you live in the matrix and you're full in material, you're not gonna care about stuff like that. The people that seek outside the material, like I don't know, it's hard to explain how I see the whole thing, but I've stopped doing this. Anyway, it's my personal opinion, but I think it's much deeper than, and most of the stuff that we repeat is just lies, like the flat earth maps, and then who's to say the maps are right? The whole thing is we're bombarded with false truth. So we're just repeating the false truth. So what today, I'm like, okay, what am I going to, I can tell them, yeah, it's not a blue ball. For sure, it's not a blue ball. I'm not on the ball. Don't tell them. And that's the reason why there's so much ball around: football, baseball, basketball, volleyball, and name them all. That's just like that. That there's so many ball around. I know that I know for a fact we're not on a spinning ball, spinning faster than Mach 1, spinning faster than the speed of sound. That makes no sense. But the rest, I don't know. It's just to go in front of people and tell them stuff that I even have verified myself. Like I've never seen the Earth, and I go tell them and lecture them. Oh yeah, the Earth is flat. Like I don't know. I've never seen it. Nobody ever seen it. As far as I'm concerned, nobody here watching me has ever seen a picture of the Earth. So why are we lecturing people, telling them, like, it's pretty much, first of all, the Earth is shapeless. It's a realm. It's like, to me. So I don't know. Today I feel a bit not so called to. I will do it. I will do it, but not on video. Not to put it out online. Like I can have interaction with people, talk with people, but I will not put it on camera. So this way it doesn't, it's not an egotistic thing. It's not just for ego and to show people like I don't know. I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to prove. So I don't know. It's like today I step back from all that stuff, and if people want to know, they're gonna seek it. They're gonna seek the truth. They're gonna seek the reality. If they don't want to seek, how do you feel when you are looking in the eyes of someone lying to you, and you know it, and you know, I feel like I felt a liar's swamp. I feel like I fell in a liar's swamp. I have no problem with the lies. I have no problem with the lies. You ask me the lies, I have no problem. It's not the lies that bother me. It's the insult to my intelligence. That's what bothers me. The lies don't bother me. We're all liars. We lie. We've been trained to lie. So the lies don't bother me. It's a lying world. The whole world is lying. The whole world is hypocrite. But it's the insult to my intelligence that bothered me a lot, and that's what made me come out. That's what brought me out. It's the insult. I felt insulted. Insulted. That's how I felt. So I'm like, ma gang de sacrement. C'est ça que je me suis dit, puis j'ai dit, ma gang de calices, vous m'avez fourré toute ma vie, c'est que vos hosties de conneries. Ben là, je m'en viens. Ben là, je m'en viens, puis je vais mettre mes sabots, puis Babylon, Gideon boots, and I'm coming after you, Babylon. That's how but I felt insulted, yeah. Yeah, I felt insulted, but the lies don't bother me. Don't talk to me about lies. It's a lying world. It's just funny that we don't see it, but the lies don't bother me at all. It's the insult. That I cannot take it. That I will never accept this, and that not from another person, from a government or military or. Now I'm questioning very much reality, everything that they tell us. At one point in my life, I never thought that the government was lying that much. I never thought that. I was going to vote. Do you think I was thinking? Yeah, I thought they were corrupt. There have been lots of scandal here in Quebec about the politics and the government taking money. And I knew they were corrupt, but that they were lying to enslave us, that there was a conspiracy against us, because this is where the conspiracy is not on the outside. The conspiracy is against you and me and all of us. So we sleep. Bien confortablement, really comfortably sleep, very numb to reality. We don't care, and that's what they want. So, it's the conspiracy is not very far. It's against you, it's against me, and we have to wake up to that fact. We have to wake up to that fact and start changing ourselves. Because if there's been a conspiracy, that means there's been a program installed into your head, and you have to format that program. That's what you got to do. That's the work you got to do on yourself, is format the program. That's a big job. It's usually a big job to format your computer, right? You have to reinstall all the program. You have to reinstall everything, and it's a big job to format your computer. You got to do the same freaking thing there. Erase everything. Erase everything. Try to erase everything, because it's a big job. That's why focusing to help you erase the program you've been put under. Every action that you're going to take outside this program will help you erase the program. That's what you want. You want at one point to be realigned, without that Babylonian program inside your head, without those thoughts inside your head, the nonsense and the Babylon nonsense. We're here to redo the blueprint. That's for sure. Yeah, didn't expect that. So yes, it insults so bad. Yeah. We all thought they were on our side. Those rat bastards, they go down now. Yeah, but that's it. I always thought that they were on our side. Like, I never thought the government was that corrupt and that they were lying that much, that the whole thing was a scam, a stage. Never, because I was supporting them in their madness. I was supporting them. I was going to vote and all that. So never really seen it for what it is. But again, I'm not saying that the little deputy in my county here is aware of the whole scam. I think it takes place at higher. But when you become a minister, of ministre des Finances, ministre de l'Éducation, whatever, some kind of minister or high up in there, I would question. I would like to question you on certain stuff. But it's up to. I would like to question your motive for being who you are, for being where you are. Because to me, when you make it high up in politics, you gotta have some contact, some kind of a. You must be introduced to some kind of secret society. If you're not already. I don't know. I cannot conceive that this lie that is so huge, so big, doesn't have perpetrators or people nurturing the lie. But we nurture it. We make sure we nurture it for them. We do the biggest part. They do the less. They just make sure that it's sustained and that we're kept in that they keep pumping the money so the distraction goes on, and As long as the money is pumped into the system, the distraction will go on and we'll never wake up from that nightmare, for sure. Yeah, good friends we had, good friend we lost along the way. Observing the hypocrite. Yeah, boom. I've lost many people, but lost. I don't think I ever lost anything. The only thing I can ever lose is life. I didn't lose anything. I gained stuff. I gained knowledge on people. I listen to what people don't say. I listen to what people don't say, and I watch the people that don't show up at my door. It says a lot when when people want to build relationships with you and then do things. Love is something that you show. It's something that you show. Not something that you talk about and that you impersonate once in a while. We have to become the fullest of the story. The story is love. The story is love. That's the legacy we have to leave here behind. When I was in Brownies as a child, we danced around a mushroom with a stuffed frog on top. What the heck was that? But the mushroom probably representing the Amanita muscaria mushroom, the same as Santa Claus. The red and white mushroom, the magic mushroom. That's the story of Santa Claus. I don't know if you're aware of that, but there's many stories about Santa Claus, about Jesus. Everyone has his own thing about his own explanation about stuff. Me, I think the whole thing is fairy tale. We're like in a big fairy tale. That's what I find funny. It's like Alice in Wonderland. It's La La Land. Me, I see it, especially with the material things. When I see people, like yesterday, I was driving in Cherokee. I was going to get my distilled water. I don't know if that is good. I think so. I think distilled water is good because that's what you have in nature with the cloud. When it rains, it's distilled water that rain. The plants love it. So it should be good. I know it's not made in, but it's made in nature. I just said it. So it's the same. So I think I'll keep my, I was going to get my distilled water at the store, and I see all kinds, that's where I know I am in a fantasy when I see people with big cars, little posh. They're sitting in their Porsche or their BMW, and they're all with full makeup and full material, full worry about what people think of them. That's why they go around with a big car. Why do you have me? Even if I ever put my hand on a lot of money, I will always have a low profile car because I don't want to. What's the point of standing out just for ego? Just for ego purposes, to stand out. If there's something I would like to stand, but the other way, not the way to flash, but yeah. But anyway, I don't know what. I'm not into material. This is to scare people. It's there to scare people. I know today material things are there to scare us, and if we let it, it's gonna scare you. You're gonna be scared to lose it. You're gonna do everything in your life to keep that material, to keep that standing, to keep that house, that mortgage. You're gonna die for that mortgage. You're gonna die for your mortgage. Yeah, for sure. You're gonna work like a fucking dog all your life to pay a house that you don't live in, for people to in a car that it's not even paid for, to go to a job that anyway. The whole thing is so fantasy. So minimize, I think minimalism, minimize our consumption for sure. Not only consumption, but like, I don't know, just the whole material thing is so scary sometimes. I honor the material world, for sure. We have to. It's not because we should not honor it, but we should not lose ourselves in it. That's another thing. And then, anyway, the money I could put in buying a castle or a car, a nice BMW, I can give it to someone so they can eat. I can instead of spending $50,000 on a car, I would take $20,000. I would leave it in the bank. $25,000 would leave it but not in the bank. I would hide it somewhere underground because I don't trust the fucking bank. I don't trust the bank. They will not get my money. If I ever get money, I'm gonna hide it in the ground somewhere in a safe, or I'm not putting this in the bank for sure. And what I was going, yeah, I would take $25,000 and go buy food and groceries and just dump it on the porch. Like I dream to do that one day. I dream of doing this. I'm crying to help, not for help. I'm not crying for help. I'm crying to help. That's one thing I would like to do. Like just give, give, give. Have enough to give back. That's why at one point designing a life where you have enough to survive and to give is it's good. It's good to not necessarily that it's your only aim to get that money, but if it comes as a byproduct of your success, that's what I mean. If money comes as a byproduct of your success, take it and make good with it. That's what I mean. There you go. We buy things we don't need with money. We don't have to impress people we don't like. This is what I was looking for. You got it. This is what I was looking for. That's the phrase the quote I was looking for. Yeah. When I was, yeah. Yeah, you may be right. I don't know what the Santa Claus is. Maybe about the Amanita muscaria mushroom. But there's so much legends and so much stories that it is not our story. That's the thing also. It's their stories. We've been told so many stories about so many stuff. Me, I've heard stories all my life. That's all I heard. Growing up, I heard stories. Come on, Santa Claus, Jesus Christ, God. I had to go to church. I had to... but my parents were not very religious. But I remember... doing confirmation and stuff. The little stuff that make you do, but not super religious. My mother never been super religious, and but it's okay to not be religious. But I prefer someone in a way that is religious and is looking for God than someone that is not religious and not looking for God at all and have no idea who they are. That's another thing. Religion is bad, but it's not all that bad because at least they're looking for God. They're looking for a God, for a divinity, for something. Some people don't look at all. So, we judge often people that are in religion. I don't. I get, if there's something, I get a better matchup vibration with those people than people that don't believe nothing at all. Like there's people that don't believe nothing at all. They think they're, and even their own divinity, they think they're a fucking monkey, come from monkey, and they have no purpose here. So at least like those two guys that I've met the other day on the side of the river, I think I was in the dock in Beauharnois. Two guys came to me in French, and I posted the video on my channel, and they were talking to me about Jesus. Yeah, I think Jesus. I think they came and they said, oh, Jesus, they found Jesus or something. I don't know where, but they found Jesus. Me, I found it in my heart. Probably where they found it too, but they don't know how to express it. I think it's more that, but yeah. Anyway, they came and talked to me about that stuff, and I didn't felt so far away from them. Like we're at least they're seekers. At least they're seeking something. They're seeking. People in religion are seekers. It's not because they're okay. They have their soul captured, but some are still no. They are good-hearted people. This is what I mean. Good-hearted people. Just maybe in a cage a bit. Maybe in a cage, and they don't realize yet that they don't need external things to save them or wait for an external savior. But they will come to that realization when they come to it. When they come to realize their things, it's going to be at their time, not at mine. Me, I'm on my journey. By my journey. It's not really mine. I'm not even here. It's not really my journey. I shouldn't even be on a journey. I don't know how I should be, but I should not be fucked up like I am, for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure. I should not be having to even come here. So the whole thing is La La Land big time. That's what I keep saying all the time. It's here. That's better. You see me better. Yeah. It's but it's a work that it's worth doing. You know, like I say all the time, anything that's worth doing is worth doing badly, and that's the work on yourself. Until you, I don't know, until you feel satisfied with it. But that you, I don't think you should feel satisfied, because if you feel satisfied with your accomplishment, with who you are, you're gonna probably stop and just find no more interest or no more. Like, I find a meaning for coming here every day. Every day there's a great. I have a great why. First of all, I have a why. First of all, I have a why. You gotta have a why. You gotta have a why big enough that it's gonna drive you out your bed every morning with a smile on your face. What's that why? What can you do 7 days a week? Why is that screen shutting off? Me with my big mouth. Okay. What can you do 7 days a week? And there's 7 watchers. What can you do 7 days a week without being paid, with a smile on your face? That's probably what you got to do. You know, not all day long, because we have to work in Babylon also to survive, unless you have enough to do your own thing, then you're already independent and independent of fortune. Like, if it's your case, good for you. Do the maximum you can with your days. You know, if you have the control over your time, it's one of the most precious thing that there is. That's what I find. Like, you can give me $1 million, but if I have to go slave for that $1 million 12 hours a day and every day, what does it mean? There's no life in there. You know, that's what I have missed a lot by working like a madman, is that there was no life there. There was no life. You first of all, you can find a certain level of life, but maybe once you wake up a bit your conscience, you go into this in a different way, probably. But you have to be very, very focused and very aware of who you are. That's what I mean. Censoring, yeah, I know but maybe they're censoring, but sometimes it's stuff with the software to Facebook or YouTube. Sometimes they're blocking stuff, for sure. So, guys, have a very great day. Be ready to receive. Be ready to receive. So, preparation is very important. Prepare yourself for the great vibe. It's like a wave, eh? It's like a wave. It's gonna come in, it's gonna take you, and it's gonna make you surf. Surf the wave. You know, you can't stop the wave, but you can learn to surf it. That's the thing. It's like the wave is coming. Can't stop it. Jump on it. Learn to surf. Each and every day, get better at surfing. And at one point, you're just gonna surf the whole freaking wave. I'm telling you, that's how it is. It's practice, practice, practice makes improvement. Not perfect, because if you think you've reached perfection, you're going to probably be satisfied. So, improvement, upliftment, improvement, positivity, that's what we need in our life. I make art. It's like playing with nature. Yeah, for sure. I've been online for 17 years. Yeah. Yeah, I've been online not for so long. Yeah, you too. We'd like to see your hard work, eh? Yeah, that your hard work, your heart work. Yeah, your heart work. That's what you do. You're doing heart work. Ah, you're like the reggae artist, the real reggae artist. She's a real artist, Suzanne. I make art. You make art also. Yeah, yeah. You make art. You make art shines. Check G page. Have a few things there. Ah, okay. I'll check your Google Plus. Perfect. We'll check that. I didn't check yet. I'll check your art stuff. Yeah, yeah. Always from the heart, and that's why the art is called art, because artists do things from the heart. That's why. But they put it ART to confuse you. But it's not that. It's from the heart. Always from the heart. Your heart can guide you. If you listen to your head, probably fucked up everything. If you intellectualize too much things, you do things too much from your head, you're gonna fuck up the whole thing. You're gonna fuck up the whole divine plan. I'm telling you, that's how I feel. So I follow my heart, I follow my intuition. Intuition comes from the heart. That's what I follow. The head, I use it for logical reasoning, like talk and stuff like that, the stuff that I have to do in the moment. But the stuff that I'm planning to do, it's all from the heart. So that's why artists are artists and not artists, because it's all from the heart. It's got to be from the heart. That's all it is. Everything comes from the heart. The love, the creation, everything that you want in life is on the other side of fear. Where is fear? Inside your freaking head. Where is love? Inside your heart. Simple. It's simple. Life is simple. Don't make it complicated. Fear is in there. Love is in there. What you got to follow? Follow your heart. Follow your head. You'll be in fear. You'll be in fear because that's what you have collected, harvested all your life in there. Fear, doubt, uncertainty, everything is running in there. The program is running constantly. It's not shutting down in one day. It's going to run. The program's going to run. So you got to run your own program from the heart and follow your heart. Don't follow your head. I'm telling you, you're going to fuck up the whole thing. Yeah, we all need to talk less, listen more. But it takes courage to listen. It takes courage to talk, but it takes courage to listen. I love to listen too. I talk a lot, for sure. I talk a lot because it's my thing. I have a trauma and I want to exteriorize it. I am not going to die with that song inside. And that's it. My heart tells me to be here. My heart tells me to do that. So that's what I do. I follow the intuition, follow the heart, and rise and grind. Rise and grind every morning. This also is like, I explained it to you. The whole, it's all about the process. That's what makes you progress. And focus, and don't let the pain distract you. Don't let all the nonsense of the world distract you. Take you out the moment and the problems, the worries of life. Everything is going to be all right. Bob Marley said that. He said, don't worry about the thing. Every little thing's going to be all right. And it's true. It's true. If you worry, you're in your head. You're in your head. Why worry about things? Why worry about things? Sometimes I had stuff in my life that I should have been worried like crazy. I didn't know what's going to happen. But in the end, there's always a solution. There's always a solution to figure out. We're here to figure things out. It's like your dream. You can figure it out. It's going to take time, for sure. It takes time. And just like the change we want to create, the shift on Earth, it's going to take time. But it's not the time with the clock and it's a divine timing. It's something else. It's not the clock Babylon stuff and the calendar and in 5 years we're going to change on Earth. No, it's not that. It's a divine timing. And that is outside of this freaking nonsense. Guys, I wish you always a uplifted day. It's about improvement, upliftment, and staying positive and staying true to ourselves. Staying true to ourselves. No more mask. No more living from there, from the heart. Bring everything you have to bring into this world while you're alive. You might not be here tomorrow. So at least if I'm not here tomorrow, I told you everything I had to say today. Everything I thought, everything I had on my mind, it came out today. And probably more will come out tomorrow if I'm still here. If Jah give me the power and the strength and the vitality to be here, I'll be here. I'll be here every day of my life. If I have the strength and the vitality and the health to do it, I will be here. For sure. If the Creator grants me with force, with the inspiration, I cannot refuse that. That's the most vital feeling I ever felt in my life. Never felt so alive. And it's not about ego. I don't give a shit about my fame. It's not about me. It's about us. I'm not even here. Don't even count me in the equation. I'm not even here. It's about us. Me, I'm here, but I'm not. I think consciousness is something much higher than just our own little body. That's the vessel I'm using. I think that's the vessel I'm using, but the consciousness, the the spirit, or I think it's something much more. I don't know. It's all in here for sure. It's inside me, but I don't know. It's something more deeper than just the surface of the skin. I feel. I don't know. It's another subject. But I'm going on another thing. I will not leave if I keep going. And I want to go to my chilling spot, eat a couple grapes, and that's it. Make you more videos. I'm starting to make videos in French now. Yeah, I'm gonna make you a few videos in French, and I'm gonna make morning stuff like that in French too, maybe. I want to get back on French a bit. You might see me for a while in French and back in English after. Or maybe I'll keep that one, the 7 a.m. like this in English, and I might come during the afternoon in French. I don't know. I'm thinking how I'm going to brew. I'm brewing all this in my head, my heart, head, whatever. Your heart is big. Oh, I have a big heart. I have a big heart. That's nothing. It's just starting to open. It's just starting to open. I'm just starting to be really starting to realign. Starting to realign. It feels good. But the heart is big. For sure, the heart is big. Is so big, it's going to explode one day. It's going to explode. I feel it. It's close. It's close to exploding. So gonna have to rewind, pain down for a few days, twist and turn accident. Yeah, sometimes pain can come and get us. I know what you're talking. I know how it feels, but keep the faith. You know, keep the drive alive. The drives alive. Very important. Drive, contribution, connection, caring. I told you all the drives, the baseline drives and forward drives, and we have to keep the drive alive. That's what we have to do. And that is by nurturing them. So, nurture your life. Do the best you can. Forget the rest. Don't stress. Don't stress too much with life. Life is full of challenges, full of tribulation, but don't stress too much because every little thing is going to be all right. Peace out.